Good morning once again on this Friday, the 19th of September 2025. Now, I choose my words very carefully here so as not to upset this platform. Now, you all may have had different opinions on what happened in late 2019 and early 2020. I'm not about to challenge them here, but I will offer a possible explanation as to why we find ourselves where we are today and the immediate, if not long-term future regarding medical intervention and the rising excesses of people passing. There are no official figures, but it seems there are many, just like Dr. John Campbell, who are speaking out about this anomaly. Now, during my long time as a working builder, I once worked for an elderly lady in her 80s, and we regularly chatted over a cup of tea about many different subjects. And as a younger woman, she worked as a nursing sister in a sanatorium for TB patients. And we are told today that tuberculosis killed millions of people. And she informed me that although TB was a very serious disease, it was at the time questioned whether some of these patients were suffering either from cancer or more likely asbestosis, which was well known in the 30s to be extremely dangerous, as she told me. Now let's go back a little and find out what an extremely dangerous substance was finally banned in 1999. But it was actually known about as far back as the turn of the century in 1899. And asbestos was a revolution in fireproofing housing and was used extensively throughout the building industry. Even today, in 2025, 80% of older dwellings still have asbestos of some sort in the construction. Artex, insulation, floor and ceiling tiles, paints and plasters. It is now seemed sensible to let sleeping dogs lie and leave alone, rather than disturbing a potential killer. Can you imagine, over those years, the investment in asbestos? Billions, if not trillions, were invested, and that was possibly the reason it took so long to ban it. It's very debatable, of course, but makes sense where money and greed are in the same stable. Now let's turn our attention to another recent revolution that has attracted gigantic investment, equaling or even surpassing the asbestos one. And if we are paying attention to recent claims made by many professionals that the new form of medication has been found to be dangerous and is causing numerous problems in all age groups. And it's far, far from the promise of safe and effective. My point is this. If asbestos took 99 years to ban, what are the chances of this new wonder invention going to take to ban? And how many lives will it claim in the process? Do a few working class people who die matter? Not to them, it certainly doesn't. Money is far more important. And there are many, many investors and institutions whom I'm sure will protect their investment by any means necessary, including false flags and outrageous lies, all backed up by the complicit media, just as they did in 2020. Of course, all this is hypothetical, but could no doubt be proven with extensive research and honesty. Sadly, honesty and money are sworn enemies, and the very rich will want to protect their interest, as is written in the book of Greed and Manipulation. And of course, I do recognise that many modern drugs are essential to many who probably wouldn't be here without them. But, in my humble opinion, many drugs are not there to cure your illness. You just happen to be a customer for the rest of your life, unwittingly assisting the rise of stocks on the get-rich market. Once again, thank you very much for listening. Please like and subscribe, or even comment. Thank you. Bye-bye.